Hello, this is YouTube Days. Welcome back to my channel. Let's get started here.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So hello everybody and welcome back to YouTube Days. So you guys know that I do all kinds of different things on this channel. But this really bothers me. I wanted to say that yesterday was a horrible verdict for all victims out there. Um, People were literally celebrating and wanting the release of Sean Diddy Combs when this man is a demon monster. A demon monster. I don't know who got to the jury or what happened, but I do want to show you this just in case you guys don't understand of what could actually occur. And I'll show you when I get done talking about this story right here. Okay, so it says Sean Diddy Combs hit with another new 10 million lawsuit from music video dancer who says he was drugged, anally raped, and given an STD by the embattled rapper. Now, this is very sad what is appearing on here, to be honest with you, because I said not too long ago that things were going to happen and people were going to start getting hurt. And that's exactly what this is alleging. As a verdict looms in the Sean Diddy Combs criminal trial in New York, the embattled rapper has been hit with a new lawsuit. Edmund Laurent, and he put his name on it, a former model and actor who once appeared in Britney Spears and Lil' Kim's music video, is suing Combs and several Jane and John Does of assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence, and ex-battery, as well as civil conspiracy, aiding and abetting. The Dominica native who moonlighted as an exotic dancer under the name Islander is seeking $10 million. The 32-page complaint filed Tuesday night in Los Angeles Superior Court chronicles as a series of alleged incidents that took place in the late 2000s at a swath of luxury hotels in the Los Angeles areas, including the Intercontinental and the Beverly Hills and the Mandarin in West Hollywood. According to the lawsuit, Laurent was drugged and raped by Combs and Mystery Woman, who purposefully punctured a condom with her nails and exposed the plaintiff to a X-transmitted infection. The complainant states that he suffered severe health issues, including stomach cancer, as a result of the alleged abuse. Stomach cancer. As described in the complaint, Laurent is heterosexual and was once a highly sought after to be in music videos with Tupac, Dr. Dre, Britney Spears, Lil' Kim, Tamaya, and other prominent artists, and appeared on an episode of Baywatch in the 2000s. He was signed to the modeling and talent agency Latin Connection that booked him on jobs as extra in films and music videos, as well as performing at bachelorette parties as a male entertainment. The alleged abuse perpetrated by Combs began when Laurent's agency booked him for a job at a bachelorette party at Los Angeles hotel. He arrived to find a man and a woman wear a mask who wanted a private dance. Seeing nothing wrong with the request, plaintiff proceeded to perform. After the performance, he was paid and left. The man was Combs, according to the complainant. A few days later, he received another call from the woman and he returned. After performing his dance for the couple, the woman propositioned Laurent for ex intercourse. According to the complaint, Combs noted how much pleasure he derived from watching another man uck his girl. Laurent agreed, put on a condom, and proceeded to have sex with the woman. He was paid an additional 1,000 for the act. Following that encounter, the woman continued to contact Laurent, inviting him to return. Upon arriving for another meeting at the Mandarin, the couple unmasked themselves and asked plaintiff to apply an excessive amount of baby oil. They offered him a drink, which he tasted and quickly declined, informing them that at the time he did not want to consume alcohol. Jane Doe then offered him coca, ecstasy, GHB, all of which plaintiff declined, reiterating that he did not use drugs, the complainant said. Combs insisted that the plaintiff be on the same frequency as they were, demanding that he take at least one shot of alcohol to lighten up. Plaintiff, reluctant but under pressure, obliged. Laurent became extremely woozy and lightheaded. Months went by before he received a call from Jane Doe and was invited to another hotel. During this encounter, he was offered rugs and alcohol, which he declined, but was forced to use an immense amount of baby oil, which he believes was infused with GHB. While Laurent had sex with the woman, Combs asked him to remove his condom. Plaintiff refused, and Sean Combs and Jane Doe informed him that they had recently been tested, were both clean, and stated that plaintiff was the only other partner Jane Doe had had. They even went so far as to produce what they claimed to be valid blood work results as evidence that Jane Doe was STD and STI free, the suit says. Jane Doe reached down and broke the condom with her fingernails as plaintiff was penetrating her. Sean Combs then came behind plaintiff, leaning in closely and whispered in his ear in a low, suggestive tone, "Yeah, uck that pee, pound that pee." His voice. Plaintiff felt increasingly trapped and uncomfortable, but due to the effects of the drugged baby oil and the situation he found himself in, he struggled to fully resist or leave, though he attempted to and had all intent to, but was hindered by the rugs. Furthermore, Combs also told the woman how to perform oral X on Laurent. When she did not perform as instructed, he would snatch plaintiff's pee from Jane Doe 1, oh my gosh, and mimic the movements he would want to see Jane Doe 1 do. So he would grab his thing and since the plaintiff was out of it, he performed oral on him, evidently, allegedly. On the final encounter, the couple offered Laurent orange juice, specifically because he did not drink alcohol. Unbeknownst to him, Jane Doe, Sean Combs, had spiked the drink with ketamine, Raphael and ketamine, the lawsuit says. When plaintiff regained consciousness, he was laying naked on the bed, slathered in baby oil, and felt immense pressure and pain in his rectum. Jane Doe woke up, pulled out a sack of $100 bills, handed plaintiff 500, and abruptly shut the hotel room door. Plaintiff was left feeling violated, confused, and physically unwell. Weeks later, anal warts appeared around the rim of Laurent's rectum, the complaint says, and he was diagnosed with condyloma. Laurent began vomiting so frequently that he lost his ability to retain solid food or liquids. As a result, he suffered debilitating health issues that led to gastric surgery and eventually stomach cancer, the suit says. See, I said people were going to start getting hurt. Laurent is represented by Rodney Diggs and Tyrone Blackburn, attorneys in another high-profile case against Combs. Last year, Diggs and Blackburn filed lawsuit on behalf of Diddy's accuser, Little Rod, alleging pretty much the same kind of thing. His lawsuit also lists the mystery woman as a defendant, referring to her as she. Could a federal judge overturn a jury's verdict? And it says, in certain circumstances, but it is not common occurrence. This action is typically referred to as a judgment notwithstanding the verdict. JNOV. A judge can grant a JNOV if they believe the jury's verdict is not supported by sufficient evidence or if there was an error during the trial. So you guys can go look that up and look more into it. But I believe someone got to the jury because there was definite evidence of X trafficking, especially with Cassie. There was definite evidence where he had the guns with no serial numbers on them. There was so much evidence, and there was so many more victims. And I pray for all victims out there, but there's so many more victims that didn't even come and tell their story because of the way that they said that the government was and stuff like that. So um, there was plenty more victims out there. All right, now, so do I think that Diddy will possibly get 20 years or a superseding indictment? Yes, I really do. I think that the judge sees something here as a pattern of something else, and I think he also, he's not dumb. Um, he's okay. Back to me. Do I see that the judge could definitely do an overturn, or do I see that the judge could um, do a new trial? The judge can do whatever the judge wants to do. And to all of the people out there that are gratifying and saying that Diddy won, shame on you. Shame on you. You do not know what these women went through, and women that didn't even have a chance to speak or did not speak because they had lawsuits already against him. You do not know this man. If this man was beside you and you was on fire, he wouldn't piss on you to make sure that you got, out of fire. So don't sit there and act like you know this person and everything else. You're sitting there gratifying a demon, and if this is what our world has came to, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And whatever happened in that jury room, or if they were paid off or whatever, I believe that this judge will get to the bottom of it. He has plenty of time till October 3rd to do so, and I believe he will get to the bottom of it. But my prayers and hopes go out to all that have been abused by this man. And, those letters did work that were sent to him. So, all of you that see this, that have been abused, write letters to the judge. Tell him your story. Send evidence, whatever you got to do. I would definitely do that. And I do see that the judge can give him up to 20 years in prison. They thought he was just going to walk yesterday. Oh, we're just walking right out this courtroom. No, buddy. You were found guilty. You were found guilty. So now he has been found guilty as a pimp, which I don't understand how they can find him guilty as a pimp, but not with fraud, coercion, or anything else. Whenever when he would do coercion by wanting them to go to another country, and oh, it's just going to be us, and then next thing you know, it's a freak off. Or what about on Cassie's 29th birthday? She had to do a freak off. Or when he came to Prince's party and he beat the living hell out of her just because she was at a party. There are so many instances. But anyways, you tell me what you think down in the comments below. I'm out.